Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of June 27th. Now Sagittarius, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform. So do not get scammed. Go ahead and get this shuffle in here. We'll get right into it. Now I am using the Mermaid Tarot as well as the Angel Answers Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. I also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right. Make sure we're all set up here and in view. Get right into it. All right. I'm going to put this up here. Also take 3 oracle cards to clarify as we go along. And all right. Sagittarius. So, whatever sort of, I almost feel like some of you have been stuck a little bit here. Some of you have been stuck, the word rut, you've been in a rut here. I think for some of you, maybe throughout part of June, throughout this month of June, there's a little bit of discontent and boredom showing up here. There's a little bit of why aren't things moving along? Why aren't things moving ahead? Why aren't things progressing that I'm feeling in this reading? The thing is, you have the sun in the future and you have a positive event here in the future showing up. So this, whatever's been going on recently, you may want to move out of a state of asking, why isn't this happening for me right now? And move into a state of, I can't wait for what the future holds for me. I kind of feel like there's this pessimistic type of energy that, look, I have multiple Sag placements. I love Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is the ultimate optimist, right? And also the truth, the keeper of truth. And so it's like, for you, I'm feeling like, a pessimistic Sagittarius is a sad Sagittarius. Okay, I have to just say that. And so I almost feel like for some of you, it's maybe working through that feeling right now and recognizing that the future always has the ability to be bright for you. It's just a matter of the way that you sort of frame it and you frame your sort of world here. In the overall situation, you do have this Four of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, I don't like the Four of Cups energy. It's one of my least favorite cards because it's all about discontent, boredom, apathy. Okay, for me, boredom, especially in this 2020s decade, is not for us right now. There are so many things that we could be doing. Especially, I know a lot of you come to my readings for career and finance and for entrepreneurial sort of business energy. It's like the opportunity to work for yourself, to make money the opportunity to make money and to work for yourself and sort of be an entrepreneur has never been greater than it is today. There are so many different, methods and avenues that you can go down. And so having said that, I genuinely feel like boredom, there's no real benefit. There's no benefit of being bored. And there are so many things that are capturing our attention today that I feel like if some of you are in a bored state or if some of you are in a pessimistic state, it may be time to just take a step back and ask yourself, why is this happening? In the past, you have the Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands. Perhaps a little bit of a conflict here in love for some of you that's maybe leading to this feeling that I'm feeling as the reader. Five of Wands can represent a conflict. Ace of Cups can represent new love entering into one's life, or a new beginning in love, or a new beginning in happiness if you're not here for love. Five of Wands can also just maybe talk about the energy of competition as well. There could be something here that is kind of interfering with love entering into your life right now. And if, love is not happening for you, there's a reason. There's a reason why that is the case. And to spend your time trying to figure out why, to kind of look at why love isn't happening in a like scientific way, that might not be the best use of your time right now. And because for whatever reason, something is not in alignment. Okay, there's something here that's not in alignment in terms of a new beginning or new love. And the reality is, or what is probably true, is that spirit, your guides, are doing this for a reason, and that they're kind of setting you up for better alignment elsewhere. And so I kind of feel like saying that. I also think that there's been a little bit of delay. There's been delay or interference on getting started on something here. Could it be procrastination? If you take a look here, there's this person coming out of the water offering with a cup in their hand. This cup represents an alternative solution or an alternative path. But, and it's right in front of this person. They just need to go for it. And so I do wonder if some of you maybe are also in this energy of procrastination. And this is not to say this to beat you up or to, make you feel bad for that. It's just part of life. But it is something that I feel like is coming in here. Now, in the future, you have the Sun and the Knight of Swords. I do want to say, if somebody's being hard on themselves, if you feel like you're beating yourself up, I would say, like, take a step back, right? Take a step back here and just recognize that you're human, Sagittarius. Now, you have this Sun energy. This is where it gets very good. The Sun is the best card to find in the tarot. And take a look at the turtles, right? Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. And also, it's this energy that I'm feeling here of wisdom, of being wise, of recognizing the patterns of life, the patterns of the universe. Sometimes things are not in alignment. Sometimes things are in alignment. And just understanding that the Sun is total optimism, total joy, abundance, happiness, and success. For me, the Sun's the best card. It's also the card of truth. It's a card of truth. And you will connect with your truth here in the future. You have the Knight of Swords as well, which is, this can be somebody who's extremely intelligent. This can be somebody who is seizing the day and taking advantage of opportunities here. It does ask you to be very careful of impulsivity. And, if you feel like, it's kind of hard to feel yourself doing this, but if you feel like you are self-destructing, to maybe hit the stop button, hit the stop button. But when we're in the middle of doing something like that, it's hard to recognize it sometimes. But I don't necessarily feel like you're self-destructing here. I feel like some of you are taking advantage of an opportunity that's going to be kind of put right in front of you with the Sun and the Knight of Swords. The Sun will augment any card around it, so it's more of the positive meaning of the Knight of Swords in this case, which is about taking action. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. So you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I was looking at this Five of Wands and I felt Eight of Wands energy, so not surprised to see that. You have the Four of Swords. Okay, you have the Star. Let me tell you why that's incredible. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I really like this for you, Sagittarius. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure the Star has been in every single reading this week. If not, it's only not been in one reading. I think it's been in literally every reading. The Star for me is one of the ultimate cards to find in the tarot. I love it. It's one of my favorite cards. This person is, not only have they wished upon a star here in the past, but they're also calling in. They're calling in a wish as well. And so this can represent a wish coming in for you, a wish being granted. It's also about healing. And there is something here about healing for you. This might be injury, this might be illness, this might be mental, this might be emotional healing. It depends on what situation you find yourself in. I'm not a medical professional, so I can't give medical advice, but you have a whole lot of healing energy here. Maybe you'll have a healing conversation, but the Star is one of the biggest signs of health being restored, and you have that here as well with the Four of Swords, but you can see this person's literally healing. They're literally resting. And the Four of Swords may say that you're healing from heartbreak, but which is possible, because remember we talked about, you have this Ace of Cups and this Five of Wands. Some of you are healing from heartbreak here, but then take a look at this Nine of Pentacles as well. This person's like we'll just call it like a spa day, or if you don't like going to the spa or whatever, they're doing self-care. right? They're doing self-care here, and they recognize that health is wealth. The Nine of Pentacles can say that health is wealth. Nine of Pentacles is a card of financial independence, and you can see that they recognize that their pentacles are above them, but that doesn't mean that they can't take time to heal, that they can't take time to do something to self-regulate or to, help their energy in some ways. They're also in the forest here, forest bathing, right? If you can research, you can search forest bathing, which is this idea of like really just getting out in nature. But it's this idea that sometimes we have to take a step back. Sometimes we have to connect with source. Hiking, for example, or just being in nature, being in the woods, in the forest, is an excellent way to connect with source, because it removes us from the sort of human realities of life, which is, the cities that we live in, the towns that we live in, the human mechanism, and taking a step back and going into the forest can really get us closer to source. You have this Eight of Wands here in the past as well, which is things moving along, things moving ahead, good news coming in, good news happening in your life. And I like this for you because I felt like there was delay energy here. I knew we were going to get the Eight of Wands in this. It's also good news. It's good motion forward. So I like how this reading is stacking up for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 oracle cards. Okay, no need to worry. Yes, and within the next few weeks. So I really like this. There's definitely healing happening here for Sagittarius people. Removing stress from one's life here, I think, is a big theme. You can't. Stress is a part of life. You can't completely remove stress, but you can do stress. De-stressing techniques or stress relief techniques, and that aforementioned forest bathing is a big one. Grounding yourself, getting out in nature is a big one here. You can see the nature in this reading or in this illustration as well. And it is possible here that if some of you have been like, why isn't someone or something falling into alignment, that yes could bring that person or that something into alignment for you here within the next few weeks. I'm thinking sometime into July, probably mid-July is what I'm intuitively feeling, but take it as it resonates. The timing's very hard to wrap down here. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. You have the Emperor. You have the Page of Cups. And you have the Two of Wands. Okay, so some of you have a vision here. Okay, some of you have a creative vision or a vision for yourself, a vision for your future. And this feels very important to you. And I think that this is the sense of discontent. This is a sense of maybe disbelief here with the Four of Cups showing up, where it's like, I believe in this so much. Like, why isn't it coming in? Like, why isn't it coming in? And it's because you have this grand vision here. The Page of Cups person sort of recognizing the fish that's coming out of the cup, and they're realizing that what that fish could grow into, or what that cup could grow into. And, for them, they are creating a vision here in their life. Who knows if that fish is real or if it's just in their mind, right? We don't know. They're creating a vision. The Page of Cups, though, on a different level, can represent a love offer. It can represent some type of happy news entering into your life. Definitely feel happiness showing up here in the future for you with the Sun and the Page of Cups. You have the Emperor in the past. The Emperor is really the energy of authority, of success. It's big boss energy. It's the energy of, structure, of stability, of routine. It is the father archetype as well, but it's seen as a good omen in business. And so when you get the Emperor card, it's like one of those empire cards where you're like looking to build something big. You have the Two of Wands in the future. There will be a choice that you have to make here in the future on which direction to go. Let's see what that might be around. So you have the Eight of Swords and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, here's the thing. So it's almost like, there will be a choice, but it's almost like there will be no need to decide. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but the Wheel of Fortune is your destiny. And the reality is that your destiny is your destiny, right? And the Wheel of Fortune says that your destiny has arrived. It's looking you straight in the face, straight in the eyes, and it's saying, here it is. Here's the door that has opened for you. will you walk through the door, or will you decide to stay in the room that you're in now? And either option is fine. You can't go wrong. But for you, I feel very much like you're wanting to follow your destiny here. And you have this Eight of Swords. Yeah, in the past year, some of you have just been like, just asking yourself, like, what's going on? Why can't I do this? Why is this not in alignment here with that Eight of Swords energy? At the top of the pyramid, very nice, you have the Empress. So you have the Emperor and the Empress. That's a power couple, but it's like power couple vibes, but it's also just, you know, empire vibes. It is building something big, building something for the long haul, building a legacy. The Empress is a major sign of abundance in the tarot, and it's a major sign of not only having everything you need, but having an abundance of everything you need. It's also Venus energy. Venus is the planet of luxury and wealth, as well as beauty and romance and the finer things in life. But it is very much a nice card. You can see that this person is, once again, enjoying themselves. I mean, look at this, right? They're having a good time. They've got everything that they could want. They're dipping their toes, or their tail here, in this case, as this is the Mermaid card, in the water. And just like the Nine of Pentacles, they are realizing that health is wealth. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is on the bottom here. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. Here's your idea, right? Here it is. The thing you've been waiting for, the alignment you've been waiting for, perfectly aligning here. And whatever was going on with this ace in the past is coming into full bloom here in the future. Perhaps some of you need to decide or make a choice between, okay, do I follow my destiny, which might be more aligned with the material, with my work, or do I continue trying to, you know, bring love in? Some of you may decide that, but the choice is yours. So thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.